Welcome everyone. So we're on picture number 6 today. Ink drawing number 6 from the Oxherder series, our 12th century Chinese Zen Buddhist drawings, 10 of them in all, describing the complete cycle of realization. So today is a great day. Today is an amazing day. Okay? In our first picture, we started looking for more meaning in life. We started having a suspicion that there had to be something more to this experience of being. So we started looking around. Then we found some tracks, which means we found a path. We found a way of maybe discovering something with more meaning, discovering something in life that could take us where we wanted to go. And then we caught a glimpse of the thing itself through our practice, through our searching, through our discernment, looking for that which was real versus that which was unreal, that which changes, as opposed to that which does not change. Then we actually found it, saw it, started chasing it, we caught it, we roped it. Today, we're riding it home. So we have reached a state of perfect harmony. If you look at this beautiful ink drawing, for the first time in your life, you're going to see a smiling ox with its head held high, just joyfully going along. You're going to see that the ego sense of self, is now riding the bull, so the unity is now in harmony. You haven't realized that oneness totally yet. You haven't merged. There's still an ego, but the ego is in perfect harmony, which is being pointed at by the fact that we are playing a flute, a musical flute. And the song of our life, the song of our understanding of our enlightenment is in our ears and in our heart. There's great joy. No rope is necessary anymore. No disciplines are necessary anymore. The heart, the mind, the speech are all in perfect harmony together. Now, by soul, I know this is a Buddhist picture, and so I'm getting away with something by referring to soul, and so we're just going to call it the ultimate reality, one without a second. And I'm going to maintain that whether you call that something or nothing is irregardless, since at that point there is no observer, there's no attributes, there's no experience. So it can be either. It can be everything or it can be nothing. The description is nullified either way. So for our sake, since here we are very much in the world of multiplicity, and we have to talk about these things, or at least we're interested in talking about these things, which might be one of our faults, I want to talk about this perfect harmony, this state of oneness, this state of blissful repose, as it were. You know, in that day, you'll experience absolute freedom. So it's important that we know what that is. We've discussed many times that freedom is not the ability to do what you want when you want, because the fact that you want means that you're enslaved to something that desires, and that is requiring you to act. So it's a state of slavery. So what is freedom? How do we describe freedom? Well, the sages say that freedom is the ability to do what is needful without attraction or aversion. So it's being fully present in the moment and doing what is in front of you without either garnishing pleasure or garnishing misery from it. That your bliss is within your own self. Your bliss is within your own experience of being, of life. That circumstance and tasks at hand have no effect plus or minus on you. The bliss that you're hearing is your own flute, the song of life, the song of being. That knowing of immortality, that knowing of fearlessness, that knowing of unchangeability, that knowing the self, whatever you want to call that, however you want to refer that, whatever idea you hold at this moment for that. So this state of harmony, let's consider this for a moment, because this is very important to think about. On the day of your realization, let's have an imaginary day where you realize your nature. You come to this perfect harmony where nothing can distress you, nothing can shake you, nothing can scare you, as it were. What do you think will be different on that day? You'll still have people around in your life that you're either attracted to or related to or concerned about. You'll still have a body that gets hungry. You'll still have, a body that gets dirty. You're still going to have genitals, if you don't mind my being direct, to distract you, to pull you in a direction or some other direction. Still going to be in time, right? So there's still going to be deadlines around you. So if all of that is still there, and yet it is the day of your realization, what has happened? What's different? It's your understanding, it's your point of perspective, it's your knowledge of who you are, of what you are. That's what changes. Now, if that is the only thing that changes, and that day of your realization is today, by imagination, what is it right now that's different from that day? Do you have attractions and aversions? Okay, now those attractions and aversions belong to mind and body. If you have enlightenment today, they are no longer of a concern to you. Why? There is no point in the future. You know what I'm saying? This here and this now are all there is. In this perceived day of the future, when you get there, as it were, it will still be here and it will still be now. But you will have let go of aversions and attractions because you know they do not belong to you. So in this moment, look at the things that are attractive to you and the things that are adverse to you. Understand it is your identity with that part of experience that owns aversion and attraction. And let go of it, because the letting go of it will be the only thing that will be different on the day that you have your realization than this moment now. And letting go of it is your choice. Letting go of it is up to you. Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj, one of those enlightened souls who's a teacher, said to his Western disciple, when the disciple asked him, "You are a realized soul, and I am still searching and suffering. What is the difference between you and me here and now?" And Sri Nisargadatta said to him, "The only difference between you and I is that when my guru, my teacher, told me that I am that, I believed him. You did not, and assume there is something that still has to be done." That goes very much hand in hand with one of the first chapters in this book that I'm reading on Beginner's Mind, where it says our only task in spiritual life is to realize that realization, that perfect state that we are looking for through our practice, is already here. We are already realized. We are already there. But we cannot or will not accept it because of our attachments, because of our aversions. So look closely at your life and know the only thing different about that day when you will realize that divine state is your ability to let go, to know what your guru has said is true, that thou art that is a statement of the present and not of some imagined future. And begin to enjoy the song of the flute that plays from inside yourself of selves all the time. That state of bliss, of absolute intelligence, absolute existence, unchanging, immortal, love itself, ever present, and be free.